Yeah, but
Okay.
sorry.
All right, we're live. Hi. Yeah, your head's kind of in the shade. All right, we're just gonna finish setting up here. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. See, I have a few of you on here.
It's fine.
Your head's in the sun.
What?
It's just gonna get worse because the sun moves.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Not a good spray.
What time is it?
It's great.
All right, we'll get started in 4 minutes. So to get set up, you can grab a mat, some cushions or pillows might come in handy. Some yoga blocks. We didn't have yoga blocks today, so we're using a box of puzzles. So anything that you can elevate your hands or your feet on. There you go. Or like a thick book would probably do. Or if you have nothing, that's fine too. I'll offer some variations. We thought it'd be nice to do it outside today, so now we're just trying to get more in the shade. Okay. Okay.
All right, that's good. That's good. It's a nice day today, so maybe you're also practicing outside. She's not super excited about practicing outside. We'll just get more sweat going. It's good. It's like the weather is still nice that we can practice outside, so we can take advantage. Okay, we will get started in 3 minutes, so take your time setting up. I like to be very punctual. So I asked Alexis today if there's anything she wanted to focus on or anything she wanted to work on, and she told me pigeon. And I think that's like a general thing people like to work on, hip opening. So we're gonna do some pigeon today. And we have a couple minutes here. So if you have anything that you want to work on or something you want to focus on opening or focus on strengthening, you can type it right now in the chat really quick and I can get into it. If you have anything. You have anything else? No. No, hip opening is like it's a crowd pleaser. So the pigeon is nice. You can kind of slow it down and hold pigeon on each side for a little bit. It'll be super fun.
It smells really good.
Is it mine?
I don't know. All right, we're almost ready. If you're coming on now, you have some props. You can grab some props like a cushion or a pillow, something to sit on at the beginning, and then maybe some yoga blocks. We didn't have blocks today, so we're using a box of puzzles. That works. Anything like that works. That's like hard and firm with a little bit of width. Yeah.
So,
box of puzzles.
everyone has puzzles.
All right. All right, we're gonna get started. So you can start making your way over to your mat. If it's your first time tuning in, my name is Monica, and this is my sister Alexis. And we are going to guide you through an introduction to yoga class today. We kind of just cover some of the foundational elements and postures of the practice. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position. And you have a couple options. You can either sit directly on the floor, like this. Sitting directly on the floor, we'll be here for about like 5 to 8 minutes.
If sitting on the floor for a long period of time is uncomfortable, which is very normal for it to be uncomfortable, then you can grab a cushion or a pillow, anything you have lying around the house, or you can sit on a bolster, or you can even sit on a chair. So if you are sitting on a chair, just make sure that your feet are planted on the floor, they're not dangling, and your back isn't resting on the back of the chair. You're holding your straight spine by your own effort. That helps to keep the mind alert and awake, which is very important when you're trying to focus the mind and getting into a yoga practice. Okay, so come to a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on a cushion with my hips a little bit elevated. Makes it a little bit more comfortable. You're going to bring your hands to your knees. It's a gentle resting of the hands on the knees. And close the eyes. You're going to come into the breath. So changing your focus from externally focused to internally focused. Making a clear shift from what you were doing just before this to what you're doing right now, what you're going to do for the next hour. You're going to tune into the body and into the breath and feel the body. Feel the breath as it passes in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. And for now, just let the breath be natural. Watch as the breath spontaneously comes in and spontaneously goes out, following the pathway of the breath. Actually feeling the sensation as the air touches the tip of the nose and it touches the insides of the nostrils. Feeling this. Coming down to the sit bones. Those sit bones are those two bony bones at the bottom of the pelvis, at the bottom of the hip. Just feel the weight of the body moving down through the sit bones. Feeling the connection to the ground, to the mat. The hips getting heavier and heavier down through the sit bones. Embodying a sense of groundedness. Finding any places where you can relax around the hips, through the legs. Relaxing through the lower back and all the way up through the spine. Relaxing as many muscles and tensions as possible while still maintaining a straight spine. Engaging where necessary and relaxing where possible. Relaxing through the shoulders, and then through all of the muscles in the face, the eyelids, the eyebrows, the jaw, notice how many muscles in your face you engage without even noticing. Feeling the muscles and relaxing. Consciously relaxing everywhere it's possible to relax. Now coming back into the breath, we'll take more controlled, lengthened breathing. So starting to inhale and exhale through the nose, but a little bit more forceful. So taking deeper breaths and purposefully slowing down the breath. So find ways in which you can do this. One way is by slowly taking the breath in, so controlling how much you take in at a time and how much you let out at a time. Good. Lengthening and deepening the breath. Another way you can lengthen and deepen the breath is by using something called Ujjayi breathing. So this becomes really useful for us in yoga asana. And I'll start to introduce you to the concept. It's a little bit hard to start get the hang of it. So maybe just play around with it for now and see how it feels. So Ujjayi breathing is when you're constricting the muscles in the throat. You can keep the eyes closed while you continue listening to my voice. You're constricting the muscles in the throat. So you're making the space which the breath moves through a little bit smaller. This helps to lengthen the breath. This helps to heat the internal body. Ujjayi breathing. And it starts to become a little bit audible. So it's the action that you do in your throat when you're fogging up glasses. But you usually do that with your mouth open. But Ujjayi breathing is with the mouth closed and you do it through the nose. Or it's also kind of like the action you do when you're whispering. You automatically contract those muscles so that the breath gets a little bit lower. Yeah, if you want to try whispering. So you can kind of tune in to that feeling in the throat, you can. Or try fogging up glasses. But with the mouth closed. And notice if that helps to lengthen the breath. It helps to slow down how fast, slow down the pace of the breath moving in and out through the nose. Good, how are you doing? Yeah? Do you kind of understand it a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just take a few more breaths here. We'll take 5 deep Ujjayi breaths together. So completely emptying the lungs. Exhaling. We'll inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, filling up the lungs as much as possible. And exhaling, completely emptying the lungs and reconnecting with the sit bones. Again, inhaling. Expanding through the chest, deep Ujjayi breath, and slowly exhale. Inhale, exhale, keep the shoulders relaxed, reconnect with the sit bones. One more, inhale. Filling all the way up to the clavicle bones. And slowly exhaling. Good. Come back into the breath. Keep lengthening the breath. Now just coming into your own pace, whatever is comfortable, but still reaching that outer edge of your lung capacity. Bring the palms to heart center. And we'll start here with an Om together. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale the hands back to your knees and gently open the eyes. Good. So you want to try to use that Ujjayi breathing throughout the entire class. This is going to help you to lengthen the breath so that the movement, the length of the movement can match the length of the breath. It takes a while to kind of get into this synchronicity of the breath and the movement, but just start thinking about it and just start to consciously connect the length of the breath to the length of the movement. Or actually the other way around. The length of the movement should match the length of the breath. So the length of the breath is setting the tone, it's setting the pace. And the movement tries to match that. Yeah? Okay. So we start in tabletop. Come onto your hands and your knees. Face the other way. Good. Good. And you'll bring the shoulders directly over the wrist, and the hips directly over the knees. And you want to create a really strong posture here. So before we start moving, you're gripping the fingertips into the floor. Good. Moving the shoulders away from the ears. Good. And find a neutral spine. So you want a straight spine. and press the shoulders down into the mat. So moving the shoulder blades away from each other. Good. Now we're going to start to match the movements with the breath. So as you inhale, let the inhale initiate the movement. You're going to drop the belly and look up towards the sky. And then exhale, rounding the back, relaxing the neck. Good. Inhale as you drop down, reach the chest forward, moving slower. Exhale, slowing down the movements and slowing down the breath. Again, inhale, so we're slowly warming up the spine. Exhale, rounding, pressing the shoulders down. Inhale, reach the chest forward and move the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, good. Take a few more at your own pace. Keep moving with the breath, finding the two extremes of the spine. Good. Remember, the movement matches the length of the breath. So let the breath set the tone, set the pace. Good. Take one more. Good. And as you round the spine for the last time, you're going to tuck the toes and reach the hips up into downward facing dog. And ease into this one. It's your first one. So ease into the hamstring stretch. Yeah, you can bend the knees. Spread the fingers wide, pressing down to the base of the pointer finger and press into the palms to reach the hips up and back. Bend the knees. Tilt the pelvis up, so sit bones reaching up towards the ceiling. Good, so you feel a little bit more of a stretch into the hamstrings. And now keeping the pelvis where it is, straighten the legs as much as possible, and reach the heels down towards the mat. Good, relax the neck, shake it out. And on your next inhale, start to walk the feet forward. Keep the feet hip-width distance apart. And as close as you can get the hands to the knee, the feet to the hands. Keep the knees bent. Hang over the legs, relax the neck, relax the shoulders, let the whole torso relax over the legs. Bend the knees as much as you need to. If you want to add more weight, you can grab onto opposite elbows. Good. And just sway here from side to side, releasing a little bit more tension. Good. Find your breath. Find the connection of the feet into the mat. And on your next inhale, you're going to slowly come up. Bend the knees more if you need to. Relax through the spine. Hands and arms are heavy. Come into the top of the mat. Good. Before you bring the feet together, keep the feet hip-width distance apart for a moment. And really coming into the connection of the feet into the mat. So if you want, you can close your eyes here. You can keep them open. It's up to you. And shifting the weight from side to side. So just to really establish that connection, that grounding through the mat. So moving from side to side, you can kind of connect the swaying with the breath. So as you sway onto one foot, you exhale. And coming back to the center, you inhale. Coming to the other side, exhaling. And to the center, inhaling. Good. So shifting the weight and just feeling as the weight pours down into one foot at a time. And then the weight is even into both feet when you're in the center. So just really noticing that weight distribution and the connection of the feet into the mat. Good. There's a couple more sways here. Coordinating the breath to the movement. Exhaling when you're on a foot. Inhaling when you're in the center. Good. And bringing the feet together into Samasthiti as much as it's comfortable. If it's a little bit more comfortable to have the feet a little bit separate, that's okay. Feet together, again, pressing down through both feet, evenly through the 3 points in each foot, behind the big toe, behind the pinky toe, and down to the center of the heel. Further establishing that grounding sensation by engaging through the legs, lifting through the kneecaps, tucking the tailbone under so that the sit bones move down towards the mat. Good. Pulling in the lower belly, lengthening through the spine, reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling, and moving the shoulders down and back.
finds the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose with your Ujjayi breath. Deep inhales and slow, steady exhales. We'll start with Surya Namaskar A. On your next inhale, you're going to bring your arms over your head, palms touch, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat, and relax the neck. Inhale into half lift, fingertips touching, or you can bring the hands to the shins. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. And now we're going to come up. Inhale, arms over your head, palms touch, gazing up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. So before we add on to the Surya Namaskar, we'll do it like that again. Inhale, arms over your head, palms touch, gazing up. Exhale, we fold forward, reach the chest forward, keep the spine straight. And then when you reach the halfway point, then you can round the spine, bring the hands to the floor and relax the neck. Bend the knees here if you need to. Inhale to half lift, reach the chest forward, fingertips touching like me or hands to the shins like Alexis. Exhale, fold forward, relax the neck. Inhale, press down through the feet as you reach the arms over your head, palms touch. Exhale, Samasthiti. So these slow, controlled movements gives us an opportunity to be aware of everything that's happening. Good. Again, just like that. Inhale, pressing down through the feet as you reach up, reach the ribcage away from the hips. Exhale as you fold forward, straight spine, and then round it to bring the hands to the floor. Relax the neck. Pull the lower belly in. Inhale, half lift, reach the chest forward. Exhale, fold over the legs. Relax the neck, relax the spine. Inhale, come up as you press down through the feet, establishing that connection. Palms touch. Exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, we'll add on. Inhale, arms over your head, pressing down as you reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat, relax the neck. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms flat on the mat as you step back into a plank position. Strong plank. Exhale, you're going to bend the elbows and come all the way down to the floor. Good, all the way down to the floor. Good. So before we move forward, we're going to establish a supported Chaturanga Dandasana, supported by the floor. So what you're going to do is keep your torso on the floor, tuck the toes so the legs are straight, strong and engaged. So your knees should lift up from the floor and your thighs should lift up from the floor. Good. You're going to suck into lower belly so much that you feel like the lower belly is going to come off of the floor. And then your fingertips are going to be in line with the shoulders, maybe a little bit back. So you're moving more towards a 90-degree angle in the arms. Bring the elbows towards each other, towards the ribs, and move the shoulders away from the ears. Good. So maybe your chest lifts a little bit off of the floor when that happens. Good. Hold it here for 3. Strong legs. Pull the lower belly in. 2. Deep breathing. And 1. Good. Now we're going to come into Sphinx position. So you're going to prop the chest up and bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. So your forearms are on the floor. Forearms on the floor. Good. Good. You're going to hold here. Start coming into the back bending. Strong legs again. So this time the tops of the feet are on the floor. Pointing the feet. Legs are strong. Good. Lifting the chest, moving the rib cage away from the hips. Find your breath and move the shoulders away from the ears. If this is too deep for you, you can shift the shoulders. You can move the elbows forward. And that'll ease some compression in the lower back if you feel too much compression. Relax the glutes. Relax the glutes. Good. 3. Deep breaths. Look forward. Don't crank the neck too much. Shoulders down. 2. Good. 1. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders again. Press back into tabletop. Inhale and then exhale. Tuck the toes. Reach the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. Reconnecting with the breath. Slow, steady inhales and exhales through the nose. 1. Good. Reaching the hips up and back. Reaching the chest towards your thighs. 2. Good. 3. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Take 1 more breath here. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk the feet forward as close as you can in between the hands into the half lift position. Look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, relax the neck. Inhale, arms over your head, press down through the feet, palms touch, gazing up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Again, inhale, arms over your head, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees so the palms can be flat. Step back into a plank. Strong plank, strong legs, strong core. Pressing down through the shoulders, spreading the shoulder blades away from each other, and tucking the tailbone under. Good. Lower the knees without moving the torso. Exhale, bend the elbows slowly and come all the way down to the floor. Good. Inhale. Now we're going to keep your hands where they are, fingertips in line with the shoulders, and you're just going to lift up halfway to a cobra pose. Lift the chest. Good. Lift the chest, strong legs, press down through the tops of the feet, and then exhale, come down. Inhale, press into tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Find your breath. 1, 2, stretch the fingers wide, press down through the base of the pointer finger. 3, you're looking at your knees right at the top of your thighs. 4, pulling in the lower belly. 5, inhale, walk the feet up to the top. Look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, relax the neck. Inhale, arms over your head. Press down through the feet as your palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. One more like that. Inhale, arms over your head, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward, moving with the breath. Inhale as you lengthen, lift the chest. Exhale, find your plank. Palms flat, strong plank. Inhale, find your plank. Lower the knees if you need to. Exhale, slowly lower down and hover if you can. Don't come all the way down if it's possible to hold yourself up. Inhale, upward facing dog. So you can come halfway or you can straighten the arms this time. Make sure the shoulders are over the wrists. You're going to have to shift everything forward a little bit. Yeah, good. Shoulders over the wrists. And you're going to relax the hips down to the mat and press the shoulders down and back. Good. You saw how you got a little bit of a lift there? Good. Exhale, come through tabletop. And then into downward facing dog. Find your breath. 1, 2, slow, steady breaths. Try to find stillness. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, walk the feet to the top into half lift. Pull the lower belly and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to stand. Press down through the feet, establishing your foundation as you reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good. I'll do Surya namaskar of the feet. Yeah? But I'm kind of going to throw some things in between, so just go with it. So it's Surya namaskar beat, but not really. Okay. So it's starting with Utkatasana. Chair pose. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips down, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward and straighten the legs as much as you can as you relax the neck and the torso. Inhale into half lift, lengthening, flattening the back, shoulders away from the ears, reach the chest forward. Exhale into plank. Bend the knees and find your plank. Strong plank. This time when we lower down, knees up or knees down, try to hover over the floor without coming down for just a second. And then either hold it there the whole time before going up into upward facing dog. I know you're holding plank right now. Keep holding it. It's hard. Keep holding it. It's hard. Or just hold it for a second, hover over the floor, and then come down. Okay. Bend the knees if you need to. And then bend the elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hover, 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 and then come all the way down. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog or halfway cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog. Good. Now you're going to bring the right foot forward. In between the hands or just to the middle of the mat if that's all you can get to. Good. Before you come up, stay down here. You're going to lower the back heel. Your left leg is strong, so feel that left foot pressing down to the mat. Make sure the right knee is over the right ankle. You're going to inhale, lift the chest. Keep bending into the right knee. Pull the lower belly in, palms to heart center. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale, bend into the right knee. Inhale, reach the arms over your head, gazing up towards the thumbs. And then exhale, bring the hands back to your center and bring the hands to the outside of the right foot. Exhale, step back into a plank. Inhale, find your plank or lower the knees. Exhale, bend the elbows, hover for a moment. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the thighs if it's possible. Legs are strong, glutes are relaxed. Exhale into downward facing dog. Good. Left side. Left foot forward in between the hands and hold it here for a moment. Establish your foundation. Strong right leg pressing down to the outside of the right foot. Good. And making sure the left knee is over the left ankle. Inhale as you lift your chest. Keep your legs strong, palms to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, settle here. Bend into the left knee. Inhale, reach the arms over your head. Deep breath in. And exhale, hands back to your center. Bring the hands to the outside of the left foot. Step back into plank. Inhale. Lower the knees if you need to. And slowly exhale. Hover before you go all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, or you can take a child's pose. Find your breath. 1. So if you need to take a child's pose, bring your chest to your thighs and your forehead towards the mat. 2, steady breaths, long inhaling and exhaling. 3, 4. Thanks, got it. 5. Inhale, walk up to the top, look up and lengthen, pull the lower belly in. Exhale, fold. Keep the lower belly pulled in, relax the neck. Chair pose, bend the knees, sink the hips down, come into the pelvis. Arms over your head, palms touch. Hold it here, 5 breaths. 1, externally rotating through the shoulders, elbows towards each other. 2, sink the hips down, come into the hip crease. 3, bend the knees more, sink the hips down. 4, shift the weight into the heels a little bit, squeeze the knees together. 5, exhale, Samasthiti. Good, bet you weren't expecting that. All right, Surya namaskar again. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step back into plank. Find your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Hover, and then come all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong legs, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the right foot forward in between the hands. Lower the back heel. Inhale as you lift the chest up, arms over your head. Exhale, open up to Virabhadrasana B. Virabhadrasana B. So you open up the hips, open up the arms. Good. Keep the right knee bent and hold it here for 5 breaths. 1, gazing over the right fingers. 2, make sure you keep the right knee over the right ankle. 4, strong right leg. And 5, straighten the right leg. Now we're going to come into Trikonasana. So you're going to shorten your stance a little bit. Good. Keep the right toes pointing towards the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the right leg, to the right shin, or if you can, you catch onto the right big toes. Reaching the left arm over your head, gazing up towards the left fingers, 5 breaths. 1, you can also put your hand on the block, or we're using a puzzle box. 2, strong legs. Don't dump the weight into your leg if you have your hand on your shin. Hold yourself up with the strength of your legs and with the strength of your core. Take 1 more breath. Strong legs, finding that connection with the ground. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bend back into the right knee and come into your plank. So you're going to bring your hand to either side of the right foot. Step back into a plank. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower the knees if you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left foot forward. Lower the back heel. Inhale, lift up, palms over your head. And exhale, open up to Virabhadrasana B. So open up the hips, open up the arms out to the side, and bend into the left knee. 1, good. 2, relax the shoulders, strong legs. 3, 4, gazing over the left fingers. Find your breath. 5, inhale, straighten the left leg, shorten your stance. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, bring the left hand to the left shin or grab onto the big toe or bring the hand to a block. 1, trying to bring the torso over the left leg as much as possible. 2, strong legs. Don't dump the weight into your shin. 3, good. 4, keep breathing, long, steady breaths. 5, inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the hands back to the ground, bending into the left knee, step back into a plank. Inhale, lower the knees. Exhale, slowly hover and come all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here, 5 breaths in child's pose. 1, 2, reconnecting with the breath. 3, 4, 5. Make your way into downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly come back up to the top of the mat. Look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Bend the knees, lift the chest. Pull the lower belly and tuck the tailbone under. Exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, again. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest. Chair pose. Strong legs. Exhale, fold forward, relax the neck. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into a plank. Strong legs, strong core. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders down, chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right foot forward in between the hands and lower the back knee. Good. Lift the chest, bring your hands to your thighs, and just deepen the stretch in the front of the left hip by bending into the right knee. Good. So if you need to deepen the stretch more, you shift the left knee back. If you need to ease up the stretch, you move the left knee forward. Good. Hold it here for 5 breaths. 1. You can have your hands to your thighs, or you can bring the hands to palms to heart center. 2, 3, relax the shoulders, feel the front of the left hip stretching. 4, if you want to lift the arms to add a little bit more of a challenge as you sink down. 1 more. Exhale, go a little bit deeper and bring the hands down. Okay, now before we keep moving, you're going to come into a twist. So you're going to bring the palms to heart center, bring the left elbow over across the right thigh, keep the palms to heart center, and twist through the spine. 1, keep the left knee bent, keep bending into the left knee. 2, press the left elbow into the left thigh, moving the palms towards the center of your chest. 3, pulling in the lower belly. 4, reaching the chest up towards the ceiling to take a deeper twist. If you fall out, just come back into it. Take 1 more breath. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Inhale into plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Bring the left foot forward. Lower the back knee. Untuck the toes. And you find your lunge position. Good. Hands to the thighs. And sink into this as much as you can. So find your edge. Feel the front of your right hip stretching. Also the inside of your left hip. Good. 1. Relax the shoulders. If you need some more support on the knee, you can put a blanket or a cushion underneath your right knee. 2, you can bring the palms to heart center. 3, find your breath, relax the shoulders, hold the lower belly in. 4, you can lift the arms over your head, reaching the ribcage away from the hips. Take one more breath, inhale. And as you exhale, fold a little bit deeper into the stretch. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the floor. Nope, sorry, you go for the twist. So keep the palms in heart center. You're going to twist over to the left. So the right elbow goes across to the left side. Good. 1. Keep pressing the right elbow into the right thigh, moving the palms towards the center of your chest. Make this an active twisting posture. Reaching the chest up towards the ceiling. 3, move the shoulders away from the ears. If you want to tuck the back toes and lift the leg, you can. 4, find your breath. Don't stop breathing. 5, exhale, release that. Bring the hands on either side of the left foot. Inhale into plank, strong plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend the knees and lower the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll hold it for 5 breaths or in child's pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, steady breath, find the stillness. 5, inhale, walk up to the top. We're gonna hold it in the half lift. Bring the feet hip width distance apart. Catch onto the big toes, wrap the pointer finger and the middle finger around the big toes. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Bend the knees if you need to. Pull the lower belly in. Exhale, fold over the legs. 5 breaths. 1, feel the backs of the legs stretching as you reach the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Press the heels down into the mat. 3, move the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the neck. 4, keep pulling in the lower belly. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, release the bind and come to the top of the mat. Standing, Samasana. Good. All right. Inhale, step the right foot back. Face the side of your mat. Feet parallel to each other. Inhale, hands to the hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands to the mat in between the feet. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. If your hands aren't touching, you can bend the knees a little bit, or you can widen your stance. 1, if your palms are flat, you can start to move them back. 2, good. Shifting the weight into the tops of the feet. Yeah, that makes it a little bit harder. 3, relax the neck, shoulders away from the ears. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Hold it on the exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to the hips. Exhaling at the top. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side. Reach to the fingertips. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Straighten the arms. Exhale, fold forward, move the hands away from the hips. Stretching the shoulders. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. 1. Good. 2, fingertips, interlacing the fingers, yes. 3, good, stretching through the shoulders. 4, 5, inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling at the top. Good, inhale, come to the top of the mat, feet together, Samasana. You're gonna do one balancing posture here, so you can face the front. Left hand comes to your hip. Strong standing leg. Shift the weight into the left foot as you pick up the right leg. You can catch the knee, or you can reach down, catch the right big toe. Inhale, straighten the leg if you're catching the toe as much as you can. 1, find a juicy point, something that's not moving, something to focus on. 2, keep the lower belly pulled in. If you can, you straighten all the way. 3, steady breathing. Find the breath in and out through the nose. 4, 5, exhale, bring it out to the side. Gazing over the left shoulder. If that makes you feel too unstable, you can come back to the front. 2, pull the lower belly in, strong standing leg. 3, find your drishti point. 4, 5, inhale, bring it back to the front. Let go of the toe or the knee, legs straight, hands to your hips. 1, pull the lower belly in, gazing at the toes. 2, strong standing leg. 3, 4, 5, exhale. Good. Check it out. Okay, other side. Inhale, lift the left leg, strong standing leg. 1, catching the knee or catching the big toe. 2, find something to gaze on. It's not moving. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, bring it out to the side. Gazing over the right shoulder if that feels stable enough. 1. If you fall out of it, just come back in. 2, 3. Balance is something that we need to constantly find our way in and out of. 4, strong standing leg, pull the lower belly in. 5, inhale, bring it back to the front. Let go of the foot. 1, hold it, pull the lower belly in, strong standing leg. 2, relax the shoulders. 3, 4, my leg is shaking. Is your leg shaking? Yes. 5, exhale, Samasthiti. Good. Top of the mat, feet together. Inhale, arms over your head, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Relax the neck. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, palms flat, step back into a plank. Strong plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, shoulders away from the ears, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, shifts back into a plank. We're going to do a little bit of core work and upper body strength work. So you're going to bring your right knee into your chest and hold it. 1, 2, try to touch your nose to your knee. 3, 4, press down to the shoulders. 5, step the right foot back. Other side. 1, 2, keep breathing, deep breaths. 3, 4, 5, exhale, lower the knees, take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Didn't see that coming. No. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, now we're going to jump through to seated. So you're going to bring one foot forward, top of the foot, knees in between the arms, cross the shins, the other foot forward, knees in between the arms, lower the hips, and bring the legs through. Good. Legs are straight, hands are next to your hips. She says I'm mean. No, I just want you to be strong. You're mean. Long spine, flex the feet, strong legs, lengthen through the spine, reach up through the center of the chest, and bring the shoulders back and down as you bring the chin down to the chest. 5 deep breaths. 1. If it's really difficult to come onto your sit bones and to get a straight spine here, then you sit on something. Sit on a cushion, sit on some blocks. 2, lengthening, finding your sit bones, rooting into the mat. 4, good. Lifting through the center of the chest. 5, exhale, release. Inhale, catch the big toes or catch the outsides of the legs. Keep the legs strong and the feet flexed. Exhale, fold forward, feet together. 1, 2, try to slow down the breath here. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Good. Inhale, slide the hands behind the hips. Fingertips facing forward. A little bit more, like 6 inches behind the hips. Bend the knees and plant the feet. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop. Inhale, lift the hips. Just 3 breaths. 1, lift the hips, strong legs. 2, if it doesn't feel good on the neck, to drop it back, keep the head lifted. 3, exhale, come down. Good. And you can do that one again, or you can straighten the legs and keep the feet together for a reverse plank. So find either reverse tabletop prep or reverse plank prep. Legs straight or legs bent. Okay. You're like not sure what to do.
Yeah.
Try legs straight. All right. Inhale, lift the hips. And if it feels okay on the neck, drop the head back. 1, feet together.
2, good. Lift up. 3, 4, if you're shaking, that's okay.
5, exhale, come down. Good. Cross the shins. And take a vinyasa. So roll over the ankles, bring your hands in front, and find your plank. Inhale, strong plank. Exhale, bend the knees and bend the elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to come into pigeon pose. So you're going to bring the right foot forward. The right knee comes behind the right wrist, and the left leg comes straight. So the left knee comes down onto the floor. So if you need a little bit of a prop here for elevation, because this is super uncomfortable, you can slide a cushion or anything underneath the right hip or a block. And then to make it deeper, so bringing the left foot closer to the left hip, so where the right knee is more bent, that's a little bit less intense. The more you bring the right foot forward to be parallel with the top of the mat, the deeper it gets in the hip rotation. So find where your edge is, so wherever your hips want to go today. You're going to take a deep breath in, bring the hands in front of you and lift the chest. And then exhale, slowly make your way to folding forward. You can walk the hands forward, coming onto your forearms, or you can come all the way forehead to the mat. Good. And just relax here as much as possible. Do you feel good here? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. So you can also prop your elbows onto something if this is too much. If this whole situation is too much, you can always do this from seated. So you just cross the right ankle over the left knee like this. And you can either do this seated, or you can even do this lying on your back. So where you bring the left knee as close as possible to the chest. Good. You can even wrap the arms underneath the left thigh and use that to pull it closer to the chest. Just find a position that works for you. And when you get there, try to find stillness. So trying not to fidget and come into the breath. So coming back to that focus of the breath, moving in and out through the nostrils. Just observing the breath. The breath is usually a really good indication of what's going on in the body. So if the breath feels really chaotic and you can't control it, then maybe you're pushing yourself too much, or maybe you just need to bring some more control into the breath. Okay, just be here for a couple more breaths. Going a little bit deeper, some spaces opened up in the body. Just noticing that. Inhale, bringing the palms back to the mat and lifting the chest up. Good. And taking your time, making your way back into a plank position. So, maybe slowly from you, slowly into plank. Good. Lowering the knees, deep breath in. And slowly chaturanga. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Other side, bring the left foot forward. Remember, the left foot closer to the right hip is a little bit less intense, and the foot moving towards the top of the mat. So
So you can bring a bolster or anything underneath the left hip. Good. Or you could always do the seated or the reclined version. That's totally good. It's still targeting the same muscles. It's just a little bit more supportive in a different way. Hands in front of you. Inhale. Take a deep breath in. Lift the chest. And then exhale. Slowly make your way, folding forward. Your hands can be reached out in front of you, or you can be popping yourself onto your forearms. You can go all the way down. Come into the breath, steady breath. Try to make contact with the edge. So finding your edge and then finding some relaxation there, some calm there. Instead of avoiding that edge, avoiding your limit of flexibility, try to go into it. So the rule of thumb with meeting discomfort and any kind of pain in the body with yoga is if you feel sharp pain in the joints, then that's probably not, that's definitely not a good sign. So you want to back up. But if you feel more of a discomfort and a stretch in between the joints in the muscle, that's usually okay. So using your discrimination of what's discomfort and what's pain. Yeah. What's healthy and what's not healthy. Once you find your healthy limit, settling into it with the breath, with slow, conscious breathing. A few more breaths here. If the body has created more space, moving into that new space. And slowly coming back up, lifting the chest, using the arms, and making your way back into a plank. Good. Inhale. Finding your plank. Strong plank. And let's hold the plank here for 5 breaths. Strong legs. Lift the knees. 2, 3. Strong legs, strong core. 4, 5. Exhale, Chaturanga. Bend the elbows, lowering down all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, come through to seated. So bend one knee in between the arms, cross the shins, and straighten the legs all the way through. Good. Come into, find your comfortable seated position. So you can come onto a bolster again if you need to. Crossing the legs, wrapping the arms around the back. Drop onto opposite elbows or opposite forearms. Inhale, deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward, relaxing through the neck and bringing the forehead or the chin towards the mat. 1. Following the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Release the arms, bring the wrist towards the knees, pointer towards the thumbs. Straighten the arms, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, and bring the chin towards the chest. 1. Following the breath all the way through the inhale and all the way through the exhale. 2. Deep, steady breathing. 3. Breathing into the ribcage, expanding through the chest. 4. And as you exhale, reconnecting with the sit bones to that grounding. 5. 6. Slowing down the breath using your Ujjayi breathing. 7. 8, 9. Keep coming back to the breath in and out through the nose. And 10. Releasing that. One final effort. Uputihi. Cross the shins, bring the knees towards the chest, hands to the floor in front of the hips. So in front of the hips, but not behind the knees. Inhale, shift the weight forward. So the weight comes into the hands, the shoulders come forward a little bit. Then you're gonna press down into the hands, press down into the shoulders, and lift the hips. 1. Look forward a little bit. 2, 3, hips back, shoulders forward. 4, don't come down. 5, 6, don't stop breathing. 7, maybe lift one foot. 8, lift both feet. 9, lift up, lift up, lift up. 10. Okay, exhale, come down. Take one final vinyasa. If you're just like totally done with vinyasas, you can come straight to Savasana, final resting pose. So you can go at your own pace with the last vinyasa. If you're ready for Savasana, you can be ready for Savasana. That's okay. I see it in your face. Lying down on your back, feet away from each other, and relax the legs, relax the feet so they kind of come away from each other. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. Moving the shoulders down. And closing the eyes. Relaxing through the whole body here. Let the breath be natural, so no longer controlling the breath as it moves in and out through the nose. Let the breath be natural. Let the breath be spontaneous. And just watch it as it comes in through the nose and it comes out through the nose. A very subtle breath, the subtle qualities of the breath as the whole body relaxes. Whole body relaxation. If you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, you can. If you're ready to come out of it, you can start to deepen the breath. Slowly start to move the body. Wake up the body, moving the fingers and the toes. Rocking the head side to side. Reaching the arms over at the head for a full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. You can sigh if you need to. Another breath. Inhale, deep breath in. And exhale. Bringing the knees into the chest. Coming over to the right side of the body. And whenever you're ready, slowly make your way back up to a seated position. Bringing the hands to the knees, keeping the eyes closed. Settling here just for a moment, settling into the body, into the breath, into the quiet space. Bringing the palms to heart center. And we'll close with an Om together. Inhale through the nose. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I have some more classes on this channel if you want some more options. Yesterday I filmed a guided meditation and sun salutation class. It's 40 minutes, it's really quick, so if you just want a little bit of yoga with some meditation and a little bit of movement, it's a really good class for that. If you want to donate something for these classes, it's totally optional, you don't need to. I included my Venmo and my PayPal account details in the description. But yeah, I'll be here again next Sunday at 10. So I hope to see you guys. If you have any questions about the class today or just about yoga in general, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to connect with you about that. Thank you. Good job.